We are on our way to get a little bite to eat. Oh, these glasses on. Supposed to be a rainy, pouring, windy day. Instead, it turned out to be a muddy, filthy, mildly sunny day. So although the weather wasn't wrong, we still were quite right in delaying, pushing back our open house. There was no way we could have done it today. The track is as sloppy as can be. Just would have been... It would have been messy. Hey, would have been messy today. So, I still got a bunch of videos to do, but as I was driving, I'm driving now to get a bite to eat. I thought I would start with Jason's Barn. A lot of horses here in Jason's Barn. Some of them came in yesterday. Some of them are... Your donut? I threw it out. Yeah, I threw it out, and then we're going to go to lunch. We're going to eat something with Mom right now. Sound good? Sound good? Anyway, so yeah, I think I start with Jason's Barn. I didn't realize how many horses are actually under the heading Jason's Barn until right now. Look how muddy the track is. Ooh, that would have been nasty. It should be good though. You know what? It's not supposed to freeze too bad. It's supposed to be staying right around zero right up until Christmas, which should make for a good day for us. As long as the wind is okay, it's not snowing or pouring rain, it should be a great day on Christmas Eve. So, now we are going to get to Jason's Barn. We're going to start with Adrenaline Rush, simply because Adrenaline Rush was in Travis's barn. Then Travis told me, you can't get him in the pool. You got him in the first day and then he wouldn't go back in. He has to go in the pool. He can't start jogging. It's too early. I don't mind him being on the walker, but I want the horse to have some sort of exercise. So we're moving him to a different pool under Jared Bothwell. You guys will remember Jared is a friend of ours. Addie, shh. Jared's a friend of ours, and he's going to take over the training. Hey, Ollie, give her a drink, please. A little chatterbox time here at 1 o'clock, 1:45 in the afternoon. So yeah, Adrenaline Rush is going to go to Jared Bothwell's place. Now he's stabled up at Joe Stutzman's farm, which is 20 minutes north of the training center, and he'll do his swimming there. Amazon Dragon, little flat the other night, little sick under scope, little sick, and a few flecks of blood, so we got to clean him up. We'll get a little easier spot for him next week. I spoke to Brenda about maybe putting that horse in a claimer's next start, so that's where he's headed. Amor Diener came back in. I was super excited to hear that he's fat. This is a horse that had never carried a ton of weight, always was really skinny, looked like he had a lot of growing and maturing to do, and the fact that all those horses come back in fat from Schaefer Farm says a lot about Wayne and Jacob Schaefer's operation and how professional it is. Very excited to hear that those horses put their weight on. Blue Bayou Deal will be coming back to Northfield Park next week. Not yet there yet, but should be coming back next week from Kentucky. Now, as I said in my opening video, I didn't tell Amy, but I'm going to bring Unbeatable Kemp back here for her to Tamiko Training Center. Blue Bayou Deal and Garden State Deal will be heading to Lauren's care under Jason at Northfield Park. So, Amor Diener, Blue Bayou Deal, Bomb Hugger is back in now. I couldn't believe that she also looks fat. It's fantastic news. So, a couple of horses that didn't carry a lot of weight last year apparently are carrying lots now. Oliver, don't be hogging all the water, bud. Compass Rose DC got caught in a bad spot the other night, and the horse backed her through the field. Geez, I thought we had her good for the final. Her line looks good. But never got a chance to race. So her next series is actually at Northfield Park, back in the non-winners of $12.50 per start. So her and a couple of the other horses will be heading over to Northfield Park for that. Where are we at now? Confederate Cruiser's back jogging good now. When I was over there the other day, he was a little sore right hind, and he doesn't grow a lot of wall right hind. You got to be very careful when you're putting the shoes on him. It's an intelligent place to pass. You got to be careful when putting the shoes on him, because it's very easy to get a nail up close to his white line in his foot, and I think that's what happened. They took the shoe off for a couple of days and he was fine. He'll be back jogging, starting to train within the next 2 weeks. Duke Dio races tonight at Flamborough. I actually don't think it's going to be muddy. There's so much wind starting here at 3 o'clock. I think the track will be fine, but it will be windy. Not Duke Dio's favorite weather. Hey, put that seatbelt back on right. Oliver, put that on her right, please, sweetie. With her coat on, it fits right, but without her coat on and just a shirt, it's a little loose. Here, I'll tighten it. There you go, honey.
It's just my first time putting it.
That's fine. It's not a big deal. Isa 10 looking good also. I saw her the other day coming off the track. She looks in great shape. Again, great job by all those guys over there, whether it's Mark Adams at Winterwood or whether it's Wayne and Jacob Schaefer at Schaefer Farms. They do incredible jobs getting the weight on the horses, just having them look healthy when they come back in. So really happy. Oliver, stop. So really happy with what I hear and what I see, especially from Isa 10. Addie Bear, you're making noise for no reason. Here, why don't you try and get this on? Your sweater. Your butt. Garden State Dio, as I said, coming back from Kentucky. She's going to be back at Northfield Park. Back at Northfield Park next week. I can help you do it when we get to the restaurant, honey. Globe trotting, quite a few flat miles in her last little while. Now her liver count was up a little bit, but she was just straight out flat the other day. So looking for a better trip. We didn't put her in this week. We opted to school her. Then they canceled schoolers yesterday. We're going to school her Monday, which will be 4 days. 4 days out of her race. So not a fast mile. I wanted to see mile 2-1 out of her. A good last quarter and sharpen her up for Friday's race for her. Where are we at now? Grace, she comes back in next week from the field to Jason's barn. Granite Hill is going well. I've been told I just missed him training the other day, but Daryl said he trained really good, knuckling over a bit afterwards. This is a horse I'm pretty sure has EPM. We treat him up quite a bit, so we'll start him back on the totazerol and diclozerol paste that we use in Ohio. We'll start him back on that right away and start blistering those stifles up. But Daryl said the horse looked very good trotting. He looks good in the stall too. High Gear No Fear, I trained him yesterday at the farm in 2-1. He's in to go 8-hole. An 8-hole again. My God, he draws bad. 8-hole at Flamborough Downs on Wednesday. We got High Gear No Fear. Hill of Magic is still swimming now, trying to get her back in shape. Aglariam comes back in next week from the field. She'll go to probably Amy's care under Jason for the first couple of weeks and then be back over at Jason's barn likely. I'm a Lovely Lady will be coming back in next week. Kathy with an I, as I said the other day, training back now. LD's Patrick's our new horse. He's in Jason's barn now. The blacksmith was just changing his shoes around. He's going to go to the vet on Monday. We're going to train him up in preparation for a race a week from Monday. Oliver, stop with the water bottle. In a preparation for a race a week from Monday at Mohawk Park. Matt's MVP, I've been told he's training very well at Northfield Park. Jason goes over there next week, so I'm interested to get a report from Jason on how he seems. I personally didn't go with him. I was busy putting everybody in the race bike the other day. Matt's MVP has not got to that point yet, so I didn't go with him. Mama Knows Best comes in next week from the field. My Jazz fits that series next week at Northfield Park, and Jason made a good point. He goes, that's the same class as Compass Rose DC. Listen, My Jazz needs a couple of real strong tighteners into her now and get her back going. I think she's sounded up quite a bit. She looks really good. Just got to get her back in consistent racing form. Of Tom, looks great again. Lauren said they all put a ton of weight on and look great. This filly must be as big as a skyscraper now. She was huge when we turned her out. 1-2 Skip a Few. Glad to hear she looks great. Prairie Fire is here with Jason in Ontario. We're going to school him next Friday. Like to see a schooler around 2 minutes or so. I'll go with him next Friday. Make sure all the bells and whistles are ringing and blowing, and then we'll put him in to go to qualify the following Friday. Procrastinator looked great at Northfield Park when I saw him the other day. Purple Aura is back in now. Resolute Bay is back going at Northfield Park. Rose Above It will qualify this coming Friday. Just getting the shoes changed on him from Felix right now at Tamiko. Addie. So and Sue made a break last night. I guess everybody kind of noticed what happened with So and Sue. James had her behind the gate and then tried to drag her down into the 2-path. Got to be careful with this filly's mouth, guys. Addie Bear and Ollie. Got to be careful with this filly's mouth. She's got a tender mouth, and James said after, he goes, I shouldn't have done that. He said, as soon as I got her down to the 2-path, Oliver, sit back and behave. As soon as he got her down in the 2-path behind the gate, she got acting up and rolled off stride. Just got to be very careful with her. Kid gloves with this filly. Stonebridge Dolce looks great. I saw her the other day coming off the track. She looks fantastic. I can't wait to see her back in training the coming weeks. Stonebridge Simba fits a series. Tough series, not an easy. It's not a cakewalk by any stretch. He fits that series at Northfield coming up next week. And drew very favorably, though, in a short field on Monday, Tuesday. Ollie, stop, buddy.
It's blowing so hard, it's blowing that stuff.
I know, I saw that. Yeah. Swan's Honey races tonight in race 9 at Flamborough Downs. We'll get her underway and see what we got with Swan's Honey. Sweet on Pete is back in. She was big before she went out, so it's not shocking that she still looks great now. Taiwan On is back looking great. She needed weight. I'm very interested to see how this filly looks now that she's put weight on. Guys, Tour de Lindy races Sunday night. Aside from the series and everything else, I think we got ourselves a nice trotter there. So interested to see how Tour de Lindy makes out in the series. Twin B Habanero. Addy Bear, come on, doing video. Twin B Habanero jumped on his foot the other day, but leading up to him making a break and jumping on his foot, I'd already had it in my head that horse in particular is going to need a little more time. He is going to probably be ready for probably ready for March instead of everybody's calling Anthony today. He'll be ready in March instead of January. That's all. It's just a big cold. Unbeatable Kemp, as I said, coming back here to Ontario with Amy. Voyage of Ice and Fire is Voyage of Ice and Fire is beginning to get ready to train down here in Northfield Park. Walk on the Moon will be back in next week. He'll be going to Northfield Park with Lauren for a while. White Tiger has looked awesome. He's in the open trot Monday night at Mohawk, so good for him and good luck to all the partners with him. Will to Win Hanover looks great and is training down very, very well. And yes, of course, yes, Pick to Win and looks great going into Sunday night's race at Northfield Park. So that's Jason's barn. It's a mammoth stable right now. We'll get to all the barns in a little bit, but I wanted to start with that one because it is growing exponentially right now.